Welcome to our country titled HistoReddit Parents, where parents literally expect other people to give them their organs. Hi, hello. So you know how much Jenna loved the cat bag, right? She saw a bag with cats in it at the store and really wanted it, but we didn't want to spend any money on it, because it's not worth it. Do you think you can let her have yours or at least borrow it? She didn't forget. She'll get tired of it eventually, and then you can have her to come back. Are you serious? After what happened last time, is it? I know why it took you so long to reply earlier, and yes, I mean it. That's really rude of you. She's a little girl, she just wants to play with it. Why are you being like this? I was busy too, I don't care. See number 2, how insensitive can you be? Just let her play with that stupid bag. You're not going to order me around. If she wants to play with the bag, then I'll send you a link to that you can buy one. I already told you that I don't want to spend money on it. Alright, so how is this my problem? I bought myself this bag, it costs $2,000, and I'm not going to screw it up. Stop bothering me. So now you're saying my daughter is going to screw up the stupid bag? What a cruel idiot you are. You can pay anyway. Just because I can afford a scholarship I worked hard to earn doesn't mean your daughter is entitled to it. You're her mother, you're entitled, idiot. If she wanted something, then you buy it for her. Go stick a vac up her ***, and maybe she'll be able to suck the stupidity out of you. Stop contacting me, you asshole. I'll tell your grandparents what an idiot you are. Go ahead, they already know I'm in the right place. Sorry honey, they won't stop loving me. Hey, I just wanted to give a warning to all my viewers out there. After reading this post, I actually tried sticking a vacuum in mine to see if it sucked the stupidity out. Something definitely sucks, but it didn't seem like stupidity. So, in short, I may have to have surgery again. Don't try this at home, 0 out of 10, would not recommend. So, to give you a little context, I'm 1861 and 190 pounds and have been trying to do my own thing, unwrapping cars in vinyl and interior and exterior details. I was lucky enough to have a guy in my area ask if I can unwrap his Ferrari 488. If anyone is curious, I gave him my price and an estimated time it would take to do this, a few days. I'm mobile, so I have to go to him. He agrees, so I get to work. I make it to my 3rd day at work, removing adhesive from the wrapper, and I'm working at the end of the driveway, where the sun is making my life easier. And then a father and daughter come walking. The father is in his mid-40s and the daughter is perhaps 16 or 17. By right, Dad, nice car you have there. Thanks, I'm just working on it. Then I will tell the owner that you liked it. Do you have the keys? No, I don't have the car keys, sorry. Can I sit on it? Sounds like fun. No, it's not my car, so I can't let you sit in it. But it points to my beat-up Toyota 86. Pickup, you can sit down, that's my car. I don't care if you sit on it. Boo, this is disgusting, no way, I'm sitting down. Stands up after kneeling. Well, I can't let you sit here, it's not my car. I couldn't let you sit in it if I wanted to. Leaving you so she's just sitting on it won't hurt you. I turn to face a parent, big mistake, yeah, can't hurt the car. As I say that, I hear the door open and close quickly. He is tapping on the window. You need to leave now before I make you. When he says this, I start my way to the passenger door to try to get a parent to see this, and he quickly pushes me over the door. He unlocks and jumps. I get up and honk my truck horn to let the owner know something is up. He leaves because, well, it's an expensive car. As he does, I call the police because it's obvious they're not leaving anytime soon. The owner tries to talk to them, but they both make fun of him. I tell the operator that people are trying to steal a Ferrari. This got their attention. 4 or 5 cops show up, hella quick code, 3 lights and sirens. For those who don't know, the authorized data, an authorized girl, does not seem afraid of them. The cops take the owner's key and try to unlock the door and open it as soon as possible. They keep trying with no luck. It took a lot of talking and a lot of trying. They stopped trying for about 5 minutes, and then suddenly they started screaming and kicking the father. Somehow he evades the officer and runs towards me. I try to defend myself, but he catches me and knocks me to the ground. The cops check it out and make sure I'm fine and ask if I want to press charges. That was a quick answer yes, as he wasted over an hour of my work, and I felt he destroyed my work along with a host of other charges he got at the owner's behest and all the laws he and his daughter broke. This happened about a week ago and I'm feeling much better. I got a ride in the Ferrari as a thank you. As for the entitled father and daughter, I'm not sure what happened to them, but I'm sure it wasn't good. So I looked up the price of a Ferrari for 88, and those cars cost around $400,000. If you bought a car worth nearly $500,000 and an authorized father and his daughter walked in and mocked you from the inside, what would you want to do with these two people? Let me know in the comments, because I'm imagining that for many of you this would involve some broken bones. This is a true story. When the mother was entitled, her second daughter, she decided she didn't want her. You see, while the family was given special permission to have 2 children, as opposed to the one-child policy, they wanted 1 child, and that extra girl is just an inconvenience taking the precious spot for a boy. So they abandoned her without hesitation. The following year, rightfully so, the mother became pregnant with a boy who was spoiled to death in the family. The girl ended up with a foster father over 300 kilometers from her original village. He and his wife had 3 pregnancies, but they all ended in a miscarriage. So they adopted the girl, but divorced soon after because of the stress that came with the adoption. For 16 years, he raised his adopted daughter alone. The man is just a crab farmer and not rich, but he loved the girl like his own daughter. They lived a peaceful and happy life together. Until one day, Maud showed up. It turned out that the son had leukemia and needed bone marrow, and no one in the family had a match. So they turned to the daughter they abandoned 16 years ago, hoping she would be a match. The father felt sorry for the 14-year-old boy. He agreed to take the girl to a hospital for tests, but he was afraid that the girl would know that she was abandoned. So he made the mother promise not to tell her that she was adopted. The girl was a match and agreed to the procedure under the impression that she was donating to a stranger. The adoptive father then asked for a guarantee for the girl's health. At first, he was fooled into thinking it would be as simple as donating blood. However, when doctors told him that donating bone marrow is a risky procedure, he was worried that if there were any complications, he would have no way of saving his daughter. The entitled mother refused, so the father said, "Don't worry about the money, but the surgery needs to be close to where he lives so he can take care of his daughter and work." Rightfully, the mother again refused, saying that it would be more expensive for them. The father hesitated, and the mother rightfully exploded. The entitled mother, husband and eldest daughter marched to the girl's school right after class. They stopped the car the girl was in, opened the door, grabbed her by the arm and started yelling at her that she was adopted. They are her real family, and she needs to save her little brother. Teachers had to physically intervene to stop them from taking the girl away. A bystander called the police. Even at the police station, the entitled mother continued to press the girl for her bone marrow. The little girl was in shock after learning that she was adopted so violently and cried for an entire night. This put her in a lot of psychological stress. The next day, the mother printed hundreds of open letters, calling the girl and her father by name, saying that they are cold-blooded and the girl, in particular, is ignorant and does not understand morals. She even mentioned the fact that her adoptive father suffered miscarriages to insult him. She emphasized that the boy is the girl's biological brother. She dared that, just to put more pressure on the girl. She put it in the village, the girl is living all the way to the girls' school, so the two of them can't even go home. When she was asked about it later, she said she hadn't thought about what it would do to the girl. She even went to the village council and said that the television was probably trying to intimidate the girl and her father into giving up her bodily rights. The boy is fine. The problem is that if she had fewer rights and was cruel to the girl, she would have already donated her bone marrow. She could have sentenced her son to death because of it. This is the most authoritative parent we've ever seen. This is not give me your phone, this is give me your car, this is give me your organs. Our church has a huge finished basement and huge kitchen and event area for breakfast fundraisers. I sat at the end of the food tables, handing out silverware. This is important because everyone who passed saw and greeted me, including our authorized mother. I decided I had to use the bathroom, so I temporarily changed my godmother and hobbled my high ass to the bathroom. Everything was fine for the first 2 minutes I was there, until there was a knock on the door. Dialogue roughly goes like this: "Hi, I'll be out in a minute." Everything lies. At this point, I had my pants on and started washing my hands. The bathroom is small enough for me to do without crutches. The wall is not seen close enough to hold if needed. I sigh, not really in the patience to deal with this any longer. Apparently, washing my hands was a no-no, because I hear the toddler whimper again, and then it comes that the water is making him have to pee even more. "You are torturing my son. Get out of here now, or I'll call the priest." I glared at her, grabbed my cane and walked out of the bathroom. I didn't see her for the rest of the morning, and she still avoids me at Mass to this day. It still makes me laugh. Yeah guys, you really can't judge whether someone is disabled or not based on their voice alone. I mean, I had my A** ripped off in a vacuum cleaner accident, but you wouldn't be able to tell that from my voice. When my daughter was 11, the only thing she wanted for her birthday was a sturdy rope so she and her brother could swing from a big tree in our backyard. We lived in a planned community that had hundreds of acres of natural areas and parks filled with large old oaks, lots of trees for everyone in the community to enjoy however they wanted. One day my daughter, our son and 2 of their friends took the rope to a nearby park and wrapped it around some tree branches to swing. They were minding their own business in the park when a little boy of about 4 years old walked up to them, watching them sway. They asked him if he wanted to join them, and some other moms were having a picnic and grabbed a small knife. Then he came back and cut my daughter's rope from the tree. My kids were terrified that this crazy lady came at them with a knife and cut the rope and flew back home on their bikes extremely upset. When they told me the story, I got right to the point where I could walk just fine using a walker, but I shouldn't be driving it. But I was so angry that I put my walker in the car and drove to this woman's house. I knocked on her door and she opened it. I said, "You'll have to pay for the rope you destroyed. It was my daughter's birthday present, and you had no right to cut it." She said, "I don't think so. I'm not paying for anything." I wasn't really sure what to do next, but I asked for her name and address, and she stupidly gave it to me. She kind of laughed and said, "Sure, I'll give you my name. I have nothing to hide." I limped back to my van and went home seething. I called my husband and he immediately destroyed $50 worth of rope because it really hadn't occurred to me. I thought maybe she'd be fined or something. When it comes to my kids, I'm a tiger mom, and at this point I wanted this lady to spend a few hours in the county jail, but I also didn't want to be unreasonably vindictive. I asked the officer what he thought I should do, but he said he couldn't make the choice for me. I called my husband again, and he said, "Press charges. There would be consequences for telling someone that you misrepresented their name and address." I heard his opinion and went to the police station and filed a report. In the end, the woman was fined and had to pay for the damage to the rope. She also apologized to my daughter, but I still feel it wasn't enough to teach her a lesson about destroying other people's property. She still avoids me at Mass, and it looks like she's learned her lesson, at least so far. It makes me laugh every time I think about it. Our professional HistoReddit revenge.